The next step in this part is we want room for our end caps to go right here. There is an end capped tool in Weldments. Problem is it does not account for things being angled. So we have to do it from traditional tools. So what we can do is make two planes, and offset distance by the thickness of the end cap that you're going to be using. So let's go ahead and do that. So we can click plane, and click this face. We can type in 0.25 and offset, and now we'll have a plane a quarter inch below this top face of the leg. So we can hit check. Let's make a second one, which if you don't have this tool, you can go into most of your tabs will have Weldments and features, and let's see, surfaces I believe also has it. Sketching does not. But there are several locations where you have this reference geometry tab. You can click down and click plane. And if you have just recently created a plane, lots of times it will import that in. You want to delete that. So you can select a single plane, offset, and let's flip the direction. Okay, now we have two planes, offset by the thickness of the material we want to use for this end cap, which is 1/4 inch flat bar. And then we can see that the next step is using the trim and extend tools again to get this set back. So let's go ahead and jump into our new part. Weldments, trim and extend. Bodies be trimmed. We can click this. Planes. So you can see on the bottom one, we want that one. And let's also click this top plane. Now you can see that it's going to trim the top and bottom piece on this tube that goes all the way. So we can hit check. Then we can trim extend again. This body can be trimmed to the top plane, and this body can be trimmed to the bottom plane, like so. And you can see that in this sketch we were able to do it with just 2 trims and extends instead of the 3 that I just showed you. So if you look at this, we selected this body and this body to be trimmed on a single plane, the bottom, because you have 2 trimming planes. So instead of doing it per body, which would give you 3 items in the tree, you can do it per plane. So to demonstrate that, let's get rid of these. Yes to all. You can go trim extend. So this body and this body will both be trimmed on this bottom plane. So you can click those, click the bottom plane, and then you can trim extend. This body and this body needs to be trimmed on the top plane. So you can click the top plane. Now you have only 2 items in your tree. So it's always good to look at whether you should do your trim extend per body or per cutting surface to get the minimum amount of clutter in your tree as possible. But that looks good. So now we have room for our end caps, so we can go ahead and hide these planes. Now we will be ready for the next step.